Hey there. Welcome back to Wealth Wave. It's great to have you here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your Social Security check and thought, is this really enough to get by? Or maybe you're wondering whether those annual cost of living increases are even helping at all. Well, something big is happening, and it's not just another headline. It's a real milestone. For the first time ever, the average monthly Social Security check for retired workers is about to cross the $2,000 mark. That's a historic shift, and honestly, it's long overdue. Now, you're probably thinking, great. Does this mean I'll have more money in my pocket? Well, kind of, but there's a bigger picture we need to look at. This increase isn't just about more money, it's about how Social Security is evolving, where it's still falling short, and what it really means for people like you and me trying to keep up with the cost of living. So, stick around, because I'm going to break it all down. And hey, I want to hear from you too. Is your Social Security keeping up with your bills? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're here, if you find this kind of info helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future updates from Wealth Wave. So, what's actually happening? Starting June 2025, the average Social Security benefit for retirees is expected to go above $2,000/month. As of April, it was just a few cents under $1,999.97 to be exact. Now it's finally tipping over. Sounds like good news, right? But here's the catch: even though that number's going up, your purchasing power might not be. Why? Because prices for everything, groceries, rent, healthcare, are climbing too. So while it looks good on paper, your check might not stretch any further in real life. One reason for this bump is the annual COLA, the cost of living adjustment. For 2025, it's set at 2.5%, which adds about $49/month on average. Now here's something most people don't know. That increase is calculated using something called the CPIW, a consumer price index based on younger workers' spending habits. That means things like gas and electronics might weigh more in the formula than, say, prescription drugs or medical care, the stuff seniors spend more on. That creates what's called a purchasing power gap, and it's growing. According to the Senior Citizens League, Social Security lost 36% of its purchasing power between 2000 and 2023. And just from 2010 to mid-2024, it dropped another 20%. That's a huge hit. So even though $2,000 might sound like a win, it may not go as far as you'd hope when it comes to buying groceries or covering medication. Why else is the average benefit increasing? Well, more people are retiring, and newer retirees generally had higher lifetime earnings. That bumps up the average check. Also, wages overall have gone up over time, before inflation, which gets factored into benefit formulas. But still, is it enough? For many, the answer is no. Most retirees, around 80 to 90%, rely on Social Security for at least part of their income. And for a lot of folks, it's their main source of income. So what can be done? Some experts suggest using a different formula for COLA, one that better reflects senior spending. It's called the CPIE, the Consumer Price Index for the elderly. It gives more weight to housing, healthcare, and other essentials retirees actually spend money on. It's not perfect, but it might make COLA adjustments more realistic. Another big concern: Social Security's future. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: the future of Social Security itself. The trust funds that support these benefits are projected to run low by the mid-2030s. That doesn't mean checks will stop, but if no reforms are made, the SSA might only be able to pay out 77% of promised benefits. That's serious. There's been talk about protecting the program even from big names like Donald Trump, but actual changes have been slow. Ideas like adjusting the benefit formula, tweaking inflation measurements, or even raising the retirement age are being floated. But none of this is easy. These are big political debates. Some people have suggested making Social Security a means-tested program, meaning higher earners would get less. That could help target those who need benefits most. But others argue it would shift Social Security away from its core idea, earning your benefits through work, not handouts. What does all this mean for you? If you're already retired, this increase might help a little, maybe cover a utility bill or reduce the cost of prescriptions. If you're close to retirement, this is a good reminder to check your projected benefits and look at other income sources too. And if you're younger, let this be a wake-up call. Social Security will likely be around when you retire, but you can't count on it alone. Having your own savings through a 401k, Roth IRA, or other investments is more important than ever. And one last thing, it's so important to stay informed. Headlines might shout $2,000 checks. But they don't always explain what it really means in the context of inflation and rising costs. If you're feeling like your money doesn't stretch the way it used to, you're not alone. Many retirees are feeling that same squeeze. So share your experience in the comments. It helps others know they're not the only ones, and it might even spark some helpful conversations or ideas. Thanks for spending time with me today here on Wealth Wave. If you learned something or got value from this, please give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, take care of yourself and your financial future.